protests in Linden over school violence and add unitization clause. I'm Enrico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see what's happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Teachers and students of Harmony Secondary School in Linden protest for better security after alleged gang members invaded the school and injured a teacher. The gang was reportedly searching for a student involved in an altercation. The incident has engaged the attention of the police force and the education ministry. The protesters called for the Ministry of Education to set up a welfare office at the school and improve its security. The regional education officer condemned the attack and called on persons with information on the gang members to come forward. The regional police commander confirmed that a teacher was injured during the invasion. A 20-year-old mechanic, Josh Juan Goddard, died after a tire he was pumping air into exploded and caused significant injuries to his neck at a vulcanizing shop in Karakara, Linden. The incident is being investigated by the Labor Ministry. It is speculated that Goddard overpumped the tire and was not wearing any safety gear at the time. Speaking of Linden workplace accidents, a 10-member team has been appointed to conduct a formal investigation into the death of Neptune Hercules, the Bosa employee who died after the plot of land he was working on caved in and swallowed him and the bulldozer he was working on March the 11th. The investigation will last 6 weeks and aims to determine the cause or causes of the accident and make recommendations for the prevention of accidents generally and more in particular the reoccurrence of similar accidents. The team includes members from the National Advisory Council on Occupational Safety and Health and the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, as well as legal guidance and representation from the Ministry of Labor. Speaking of the Labor Ministry, the U.S. Department of State has highlighted the Labor Ministry, Occupation, Health and Safety Department's inability to enforce applicable laws in unsafe workplaces in its 2022 Human Rights Country Report on Ghana. The report also noted violations of wage, hour, or overtime laws, discrimination against public sector employee unions, and instances of political interference in the union. Although OSH inspectors actively identified unsafe conditions and recommended procedures for addressing workplace hazards, the government did not effectively enforce OSHA laws. On a related note, the U.S. State Department also released a report on human rights practices in Guyana, flagging corruption in the police force and reports of arbitrary or unlawful killings by government agents. The report also notes that significant human rights issues such as laws criminalizing consensual same-sex sexual conduct and child labor remain unenforced.
Hey, I'm interrupting this program to let you know that not all truck parts are created equal. Some does work hard without any problems for a long time, while others does make your truck broke down quick and got you running your pockets again. Get genuine high-quality parts from Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts and extend the life of your repair. They're the authorized dealer in Guyana for Hammer USA products like brake valves, clutch discs, universal bearings, and others. Visit them at 1161 EE Eccles or call them on 697-0171. Powered Automotive, the #1 truck and engine parts store in Guyana. If you didn't know, well, now you know.
Now it's time to tell you about the Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is 2020 Toyota Raze. It's almost brand new, and it comes with Toyota Safety Sense, Bluetooth, mug rims, new tires, TV, CD, LED lighting, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Back out for $6 million. Or pay as low as $1.2 million down with around $116,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Pillow Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and South America sent you for this sweet deal. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. The government has launched a $900 million revolving fund to provide financial assistance to investors in forestry. The fund, which was signed into a memorandum of understanding last year between the Finance Ministry and the Emerald Bank, will offer loans at an interest rate of 4% with the aim of increasing production and enforcing sustainable forest management practices. The Finance Minister warned borrowers that all loans must be paid on time for the fund to continuously revolve and emphasized the importance of partnering with the private sector. 8 members of the Ethnic Relations Commission were today sworn in by the President and were urged to discharge their duties with honesty, integrity, fairness, and a clear conscience to attract greater public confidence. The members who took their oath of office and were given the instruments of appointment are Pandit Krishna Dio Sharma, Sheikh Moeen ul Haq, Norris Emmanuel Witter, Dwayne Adams, Chandrawati Saran, Ashton Simon, Dion Dick, and Niaz Mohammed Subhan. The other 2 nominated members, Reverend Rodwell Porter and Charles Ogle, were not present at the swearing-in ceremony. They are expected to be sworn in at a later date. The commission is chaired by Haq. The appointments will be valid for 3 years. Now for today's oil update. Guyana's new offshore model petroleum agreements now include a unitization clause to deal with reservoirs that span multiple contract areas. Contractors must notify the minister of the existence of such a reservoir within 60 days and provide a technical analysis. The minister can then direct the contractor to submit a proposal to unitize the reservoir or establish terms and conditions to govern the unitization. The government is also expected to update Guyana's principal oil law to formalize the ongoing licensing round and the terms in the new model agreements. And in other oil news, Exxon is continuing drilling operations at Fangtooth 2 within the Starbrook Block. This is actually the 7th development on the Starbrook Block. The Noble Don Taylor is being used to drill this well, which is expected to be completed by the end of May 2023. ExxonMobil has a 45% operating stake in the Starbrook Block, where it has discovered 11 billion oil equivalent barrels. You can multiply your cash by selling Digicel Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home or business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, Marine Patrol, K9 services. They speed even our drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our Uncut News, Phil's poll question of the day. Every day we pose the question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it based to us. Last night I asked, what's a topic that you feel is not getting enough media attention? But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description. Barefoot Wanderer mentioned the older women walking from house to house begging every week, even though the nation has a shortage of workers. Nevertheless, they give them the money and admit they're being an enabler. But lately, the women have started bringing little boys and girls with them, and this behavior makes them see red, because now these women are teaching these children to beg, equating to generational laziness. Indeed, it's even worse than waiting for remittances or a barrel from abroad. This is actually people going around begging others. This is absolutely terrible. Anyway, I want to ask these women, what exactly are they teaching these children without being harsh? I'm a direct person and I don't know how to sugarcoat BS. So I'm asking the global village how to approach this situation. Looking forward to your response. You know what? I've actually noticed that too, especially since the pandemic. And I don't even know if the government is aware of this, but thanks for bringing attention to it. We know for a fact certain well-connected individuals watch this program religiously, so this is their chance to actually do some good for the people. Although, as in terms of a response to give these people, I don't know, because I am really terrible at sugarcoating BS, but maybe anybody else can give you a good response. Dimitri V says, one thing I heard in the past days was how bad it is taking classes at UG, primarily in the psych department. There was misinformation going around whether this program is accredited or not. Another thing I think needs to be addressed is the minibus system, because minibus drivers continue to have no care in the world when they drive. You know what? Both of these are serious issues that the mainstream media seems to ignore, especially the minibus thing. After that last fatal accident, I honestly thought something would happen. I mean, maybe we'd have a strike for the minibus riders or the government would step in, but apparently more innocent blood must be shed before anyone begins to even care. And finally, Mark Watson said littering and garbage burning needs to be addressed more seriously. Yes, I agree. Given the toxic fumes burning gives off, we are literally killing ourselves with smoke. Now for tonight's question. It seems like people just keep beating our nation's teachers. Now for tonight's question, I want to know, would you support harsher penalties for those who commit acts of violence against teachers and even other public employees? And If so, what sort of punishment would you even suggest? I want you to think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bolford saying good night, folks.